Hi guys, it's Erica with dun 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 dun, the real life. What? Name change? Yes. We changed the name for the channel. I don't want anything to do with Not Your Average EDC anymore. We have had a rebirth. We are all done with that name because I'm going to delete the Instagram. And moving forward with the YouTube, I want to expand what we're talking about. I don't want it to be called Not Your Average EDC anymore. So now we're calling it The Real Life. You may be wondering, why are we calling it that? Where did you come up with that? It kind of just came to me this morning. I woke up, went to work super early. I had to get up at like 4:30 in the morning. And I was like, okay, well, I gotta rename the YouTube channel because it just isn't really fitting anymore. It's too concentrated and focused on EDC, and I just don't want that name anymore. So I was like, what should we call it? And like within 30 seconds it came to me. In my videos, I am always saying like what's real life and what's not. It's almost like an ongoing joke that I have. Ooh, the camera almost just fell. And it's something I say in real life too. Like I'm always saying, that's not even real life. Or see, this is real life, guys. This is real life. So because we are expanding the channel and talking about more realistic things aside from collecting fucking knives, I thought it would be fitting, right? So we're gonna call it The Real Life now, and it's kind of like what I view as real life stuff on Erica's planet, and maybe you guys will find commonality. So on the Real Life channel today, we're gonna talk about the first impressions of some of the test subjects for November, because you guys know I'm still going to continue testing gear and some knives and stuff, and I said I would stick with a traditional carry for November to kind of connect with what I'm grateful for. We're still going to do that. So this particular video we're going to be talking about knives, but it's not always going to be knives, okay? So we are going to talk about the two test knives for November, which are the GEC Bullnose. This is a traditional pocket knife, a slip joint, but with a really nice half stop there and great walk and talk. And the BGM Knives full-size spade. So this is a first for me. I've always tested the minis, but we're doing the full size. Also, Zadie, please. We were supposed to have the dogs over at the campers yesterday, but we were short. Zadie! We were short 20 feet of fencing. So Nicole's literally doing that right now so that we can bring the dogs over. Zadie! Stop. Yeah, we were literally short like 20 fucking feet. Oh my god. So this is the last time you will ever see us in the old yard. But yeah, okay, so we're testing the full-size spade in November. Very cool. So you guys know BGM knives, always been a favorite of mine, even through the rough patches of testing Magna Cut and stuff. John is someone to support because he listens to us, and I really like that. So we're testing the full-size spade. This is his iteration of the perfect EDC knife for him. It's absolutely gorgeous. This one is in 52-100 steel. Let me show you what the mini one is real quick, because the minis are the ones I've always tested, and I always got mini spades because I felt that they would, fit my hand better. So this is a mini. Little tiny guy, 6.5 inches. Awesome little blade. Okay. And then the big brother is the original. You can get either or. This little mini is in crew wear, by the way. So definitely a little bit bigger. Definitely a more full-size knife. But we're testing the big boy. So, I wanted to touch on something real quick before we do first impressions, because it's so wild how things change. So if you have been following the channel, especially the past few days, I sold off my entire folding collection, aside from like a few knives to rotate through because I need knives. But I sold off the whole collection, and it's so funny. So I started this whole knife thing like 5 years ago. I made my Instagram 5 years ago. and I'll be deleting it in a couple days. But when I first started, I was very specific about my knives, and I always have been, but I was so specific about them for so long, and I really only liked like skinny, lack of ergonomic knives. Very much like this. These are the only knives that I used, collected, and bought for a very long time. And eventually, after a while, I don't want to use the word, I don't want to say like peer pressured, but I was very much pushed and pushed and pushed to try things that are different, like Spydercos and stuff like that, with kind of taller blades and different blade shapes and different handles and stuff like that, right? And for a couple of years, I was really using things kind of more shaped like this. And it's so funny, ever since I sold off the collection, which was just a couple days ago, and I have only been using these types of knives again, because somehow, coincidentally, this shape is the only type of shape that I kept in terms of knives. I am like, why did I spend so much time and money on all of those other knives? It's so funny. I literally feel like I'm back in the old days now. I'm going to hold you guys sturdy for a second. Because it just feels more natural and comfortable for me to use knives like this. And it's hilarious. I literally forgot that I even used to be like that, because for the past few years I've been testing the Spydercos and the Para 3 with the big tall blade and these triangle blades and all of these fancy things. And I literally forgot that I used to be so stuck on this particular blade shape for so long. But I still, to this fucking day, prefer it. After all the knives that I've tested, after everything I have done, after all of the blade shapes and everything, and handle shapes and materials, this still, to this day, this Emerson Mini A100, after all those years, is still my favorite fucking knife. I can't even believe it. Some things just don't change. And I'm honestly so happy to have the whole collection gone, because now I can use the stuff that I actually really like again. And I'm telling you right now, Emerson Mini A100, I'm obsessed with it. I love this thing. This is the perfect knife for me. I do miss my bug outs a little bit. One day I'll get a bug out again, I'm sure. I won't buy one with my own money, but I'm sure somewhere along the line one will make its way back to me, the Ranger Green one, someday, the updated one. But just lack of ergonomics, straight, simple, good piercing tip. You can't beat these guys. You seriously can't. So it was just so funny selling off the whole collection, and ironically ending up with a couple of knives that look just like this, and in using them the past few days, I'm like, this is my happy spot. This is a knife to me. That's what works best for me. So it's kind of cool that my fixed blades, that my BGM mini spades and the spade itself, it's kind of cool that they have that big chunky wide blade in this direction, because what I noticed is, I think one of the biggest reasons that I like carrying pocket knives that are slim and sleek, folding knives, is because they go into your pocket slim and sleek. So for me, the Para 3, for example, is kind of a wider carry, if you think about it. It's not anything drastic. I love the Para 3 from Spyderco, and I always will. But it's a much wider carry, and it's just kind of chonky, right? But when you're using a belt knife, that doesn't necessarily matter, because it's not down in your pocket. So when you have fixed blades, it's totally a different world using something big and chunky like this. You can totally make it work and do it, because you can very much put this on your belt. Or have it on your neck, or a little piece of paracord hanging off your pants, whatever. You can throw this in your pocket too, of course. But my point is, it was so funny how I lost sight of what I used to be in love with because of the latest and greatest. Now that I'm back to my old school shit, I'm like, oh my god, slim, sleek, slip right in your pocket, thin knives in this dimension and this dimension. That's my stuff. That's my jam. But I love me a good little beater, chunky pry bar of a fixed blade. Love it. So I've got 3 mini spades, but wicked excited to try the full size. This is very much a tank of a knife. a big beefy motherfucker. Just look at this thing, man. That is gorgeous. And this will patina because it's 52-100 steel, which is really cool. So I'm so stoked to use this. All of my cooking, which a lot of it will be over a fucking campfire now, which is hilarious. This is going to be doing all of that. All of the camp cooking at the campers, all of the EDC tasks, because let's face it, this is going to be like my little, almost like backup most of the time, like a very convenient little carry, like going to town type knife. But this is just not going to be as capable with certain things as this. And not as pleasurable either. It's a slip joint. I got to be careful about getting stuff stuck in there because I can't take this apart, you know? So I got to be super careful about getting stuff stuck all in here and everything. I'm absolutely going to be using this, but it's just going to be, I have to pay more attention to using this. This one, I can process game if I want to, dog food, I can do camp cooking, I can do EDC tasks, I can dig roots out if I want. No moving parts to worry about on this, so I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. I can use it as a goddamn shovel, as a spade. It's called the spade. And yes, I have used them to dig before. So I'm very excited to test this and to use it. Yeah, this thing is a little beast, absolutely. Really excited about that. And it's talking about ironic things and just like how the world works. It's so funny. So I have like 240 unread messages in my Instagram right now, which I literally, it's giving me anxiety, so I'm just not opening them. But I ran that knife sale, and I shipped out all the knives already, so everybody's pictures and tracking have already been sent out. And somebody asked for my payment info for the Delica, the K390 Delica. I sent it to them, and then I realized I never actually got the payment. They sent me an address, they sent me everything, no payment. You almost got me. So the Delica is still here. Maybe the universe just wanted me to still have a Spyderco because I wouldn't have had any if this was gone. So it's really funny. I went to go ship this out. I'm like, hey. You didn't give me no monies. So the Delica is still here. But again, it's just funny because I love Spydercos. You guys know I'm obsessed with the Native 5 lightweight and the Para 3 and the Sage 5 lightweight, but I will say out of all of those knives, ergonomically speaking and just as a whole design, the Delica is most, it suits me the most. Not with the back lock, I wish that it didn't have that, but aside from that, the ergonomics, the slim, sleek design, the elongated blade with that kind of like odd little drop point thing there, full flat grind, super thin and slicey. This is, for me, out of the Spydercos, very much my type of Spyderco. I really like when they're kind of slim and elegant and stuff, so it's so funny that this one didn't make it out because I love K390 and I never even got to use this yet. So it ended up staying around and I was like, fuck it. We'll keep one Spyderco, I guess, because I didn't get payment for it. But yeah, like, you know, if we take this out and my favorite Emerson Mini A100, they're both kind of like slimmer, sleeker designs. So yeah, I just wanted to do a video on that and give the first impressions of those other knives. I'm really excited about the spade. I don't really have anything to say about that other than I'm just super excited to use it because I've used the minis and the full size fits my hand incredibly well. It feels amazing. The double hollow grind, you can feel that thing thins the fuck out, dude. That is beautiful. So very excited to see how this slices because all of my mini spades are like awesome kitchen knives. So I'm very excited about using this. I have nothing bad to say about it. If anything, it actually kind of feels better than a mini spade. But that's me in the mindset of like full-size knife. The mini spade feels amazing, and for an EDC knife, it's incredible. But this is John's EDC knife. Like this is what John carries for an EDC. So I'm very excited to enter his world for a month and carry literally what he carries every day, which is a full-size spade. Oh my God, Kane. Ugh. And the build quality on the GEC, fantastic. So you can tell I've used this, obviously. I've used it before, but I haven't tested it. And the quality here is absolutely insane. I mean, fit and finish, gorgeous. You cannot feel the transitions between materials at all. Beautiful brass pins, polished and glossed green micarta. Absolutely perfect centering. Never know how to get things to focus on this. Can you guys see that? Perfectly centered. I feel like the pull on this one is exactly where it's supposed to be. Zadie, what are you eating? The pull is exactly where it's supposed to be. Like, very nice, snappy, but not a nail breaker at all. I also love that I don't have to use my fingernail for this, so I don't really have nails. I don't bite them. I just cut them really short. But I actually really like that on this particular knife, I don't have to use that nail nick. Like, I can if I want to pull it open, but I don't need it. There's enough material from that blade to just grab it like this and pull it out, which makes it nice and easy. Fits in the hand beautifully. This would be a great little knife to skin like small game with, because you have that beautiful belly right there. Not a big tip, so that's lacking, but in terms of like the actual skinning process, this would be incredible. Kane, I wish you would go somewhere else with that right now. He really wants me to throw his ball, and he keeps going right next to the camera. Made in the US. Same with the BGMs, made in the US. And this is either $10.95 or $10.75, I don't know. Also, I'm going to have to stop the video because the dogs are going crazy because of the neighbor's dogs. But first impressions on both... Okay, we get it. We get it, Indy. First impressions of these, fantastic, so I'm very excited to carry them. Also, wow, I don't know if I can say use your shit anymore because I don't really want anything to do with that either. Like, I will always use my shit, but maybe we need to... What are we going to say at the end of the video? Help me out here. Live your life? Go live your life? Yeah, that works, right? Go live your life? We're not going to do use your shit anymore, I don't think. We don't need to talk about that anymore. I got made fun of a lot for that one. Maybe we'll say go live your life. As in, like, actually live it, like, be outdoors and, like, connect with living things, right? The Real Life channel. Go live your life. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we'll say use your shit one more time, and then we're never gonna say it again. Go use your shit. Go live your life. We will be saying that from now on. And I will see you guys on the next video at the new property. Living a new life. Love you all. Thanks for watching.